Hey everyone, welcome to our Push to Emerald training. I'm going to go over day one and hopefully all of this will make sense to you. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about our power hour and everything that goes along with that. So I'm just going to get started with, let me share my screen with you. Okay, so day one, here we go. Our daily to-dos is really what makes us successful as coaches. If you are consistent and you do these things every single day, you will progress in your business. And so the number one thing that I'm going to talk about is the power hour and designating your business hours. So if you choose to work 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day, or maybe you go through the week and you say, oh, I'm going to work 4 hours this week or more or whatever, then you need to get out your awesome phone that has a calendar in it and schedule your time. Schedule like you have a business because this is your business. So designate those hours. Right now, so before I was waking up at 5 o'clock and doing my miracle morning. I did like meditation and reading my personal development and stuff like that, which I still love. I love doing all of that, but I have switched that. So I'm doing my power hour first thing, like right when I wake up, because I was finding that the kids were pulling me away when I wanted to give them my attention. So I have designated 5 a.m. to do my power hour, and then have designated other times during the day to get my reading done and things like that. Okay, so number 2, write out my weekly goals and my top goals or priorities daily and follow a to-do list. This I found is really important. I just read the book Push by Chalene Johnson, and she really helps me. I recommend it because it's a really good workbook to help you figure out your priorities and figure out what really you need to be doing. You can ask yourself every day, like, okay, is this the best use of my time? And sometimes you need a break, so maybe it is a good idea to just like take it easy for a minute. But write out your weekly goals every single week. Right, I want to help this many people this week. I want to or I am going to help, like make it in the present tense. That's even better. And you could even write it out like an affirmation and put it on your fridge. Then also, I got a to-do category. I'm just going to look really fast. It is, I think it's called Any.do. And it's been a really awesome app on my phone because it'll pop up and it'll tell me, okay, you said you were doing this. Have you done it yet? And you get to check off. And I love being able to, check something off a list. So that really has been helpful for me. Okay. Number 3, read or listen to personal development every single day. So when I first started as a coach, I didn't do this very consistently. Like I had my book. I remember I was reading Think and Grow Rich just because Kelly had it. And I'm like, okay, there's a book. I was reading it for so long, you guys. And finally I said, oh my gosh, I'm so done with this. Like I wasn't focused in it. I was just like, oh, I have to do this just because. And so it was like almost a burden to me. So I put that book down and I said, okay, what do I want to read, or what do I need to do to get in and change my mindset? And I started listening to podcasts, and I use the Podcast Republic app. But you can also download podcasts on iTunes and stuff like that. Anyways, I loved listening to the Chalene Show because I had done Turbo Jam and was doing Turbo Fire. And so I knew her. And so I was like, okay, she's awesome. She's very motivating. And I started listening to her. Well, then I found out she has another podcast called Build Your Tribe, which is all business. It's all about growing your business. And so I started listening to that. And then I started falling in love with all of these positive things going into my head, and just turning me into a better person. I love, and then I read The Slight Edge, and then I was hooked for sure on reading. I said, okay, this is it. I'm going to read 10 pages a day. I mean, that was kind of like the thing that other books and people have said, 10 pages a day. So I decided to just buckle down, and I started reading The Slight Edge, and it went by so fast because I absorbed it. And then I read The Compound Effect, and I've read so many books since then. And it's honestly been a game changer for me. I am happier. I'm more focused. I'm much more positive. I can help my family a lot more because I've helped me mentally. So let's move on to number 4. Work on me and lead by example. Be a product of the product. So basically, when you are starting out and you have your fitness program and you drink your Shakeology and you're doing all of these things to help you, which in turn will help your family and will help other people, because what you do, your team is going to follow. So if you're not doing much, and I mean, you'll get some people that will rise above, obviously, but if you're not being a product of the product, people are going to start to notice, and they're going to say, if you start inviting people to a challenge pack or challenge group, and you want to, and then they start looking at your page and they're like, who is this person? Like, she doesn't even work out, or she doesn't talk, she talks big, but she doesn't really do anything. She doesn't walk the walk. So that's a really important thing. And especially because our business is grown on social media. And I'm sure you guys are just awesome at this anyways, but you want to be a product of the product. And that is one of our vital behaviors anyways. So you need to do those vital behaviors, because that really is what is going to drive your business. Number 5, have the right mindset and intentions. So instead of going about things like, I need to get this done, I need to do this, I need to make it to diamond, I need to do this. Like, change your focus to how many people can I help succeed, and that will help push your own business, because the more people you help, the more your business will grow and the more you'll grow. And so changing the thought of, like, oh, I need to do everything for for me, to helping other people is seriously going to make such a big difference. I actually listened to The Go Giver, and I know Audrey listened to that as well. But it's so amazing, and it totally helped me, like, even as far as inviting people. I was sending out these invitations, but it was just like, I have to get this done type of thing. And it's totally helped me change the way that I talk to people, because it's basically like, how you hear about salespeople and like closing the sale and stuff. And it's completely opposite of that. And I was like, I loved it, because I hate selling. I hated sending out those invitations and like, come on, it's just being a human and actually talking to people, and being interested in what they have to say, and not just focus on what you need. Because your goal might be like finance and getting out of debt, or just making so much per month, which is awesome, because this company, your business, you can do that. But just really enjoy the business, enjoy helping people along the way. Okay, so those are daily to-dos. And by doing these, seriously, you guys are going to rock it. So tomorrow I'm going to go over your power hour. And so I want you guys to print out, if you haven't already, I'm going to stop sharing so that I can, that was weird. Okay. So if you haven't already printed out, this is the one that I made, the power hour every single day, or one of these awesome ones, the daily power of threes. If you haven't downloaded those, they are in our Be Awesome Inspire page, it just under the files. So definitely get one because we're going to get working. If you fill these out and if you track your business, huge things are going to happen for you. So anyways, yay. I just hope to, if you guys have any questions, please ask. You can bug me anytime with questions and I'm always willing to help. Okay. Let me stop this.